Where you coming from? You come back when your goddamn red was on your finger.
You are not supposed to leave your husband when he cheats on you. You are not. I don't care what anybody says. You cheat back.
You know what people say actually? They're like, okay, if you as a guy cheat and your girl is like, oh, you cheated, so let me cheat as well. And then she cheats.
Yep.
The question is, how come when I start a business, you don't start a business? If I buy a car, you don't buy a car.
She came home late without the wedding ring, but he wasn't having it. So he told her to go back to where she came from.
Yo, Elena, what you got going on, bro? What? This is a friend?
Yes.
So this is what you turned Jehovah's Witness for?
Sebastian, chill out. It's just a friend.
Bro, and you got my kids on the ground.
What are you talking
Bro, you got my kids on the ground, bro. My daughter's on the ground. Winsor, a grown-ass nigga like this. I'm not even mad, bro, but she gotta go, bro. Feel me? She got DCF problems. She got all type of stuff, bro. This is crazy. This is really crazy. This is crazy, bro. I don't know how you. Well, you know what? That don't even matter, bro. But dude, she got 2 kids, bro. She like if you see my daughter's on the ground, bro.
She's not on the ground. She's
Like no, seriously, she's on the ground, bro.
on a cushion on the ground. You know she sleeps on the ground.
Like this is crazy. This is crazy. You got that. You got it, bro. You got it. you got it, bro.
Bro, self-mind control on 1000%. Can you chill out? That's wild. He is just a friend. Get a DNA test and pray for the best. How did this man stayed so calm? Them poor babies. He'd been waiting for that clean divorce. No anger, just needed evidence. There are many things I could talk about in this video, but the main takeaway was his approach to it. He either doesn't care about that relationship, or he's a master of self-control, because the way he handled that situation was truly priceless. I believe he deserves a prize for it. Understandably, most people wouldn't be able to remain that calm in such a scenario, but he did things differently, which ultimately spared him from unnecessary drama.
Yo, Elena, what you got going on, bro? What? This is a friend?
Yes.
I'm not sure what she means by friend, because the last time I checked, this is not what friends do. That's not a friend's place, and she should know it. It was the most unbelievable excuse she could have used to justify that situation. But the best decision he made was removing himself from it. Now she is no longer his problem. The so-called friend will have to take the driver's seat going forward. I think he had been wanting to end that relationship for some time, and this was the evidence he'd been waiting for. It also explains the calm and measured way he handled everything.
Man, what would you do if you realize that two of your friends has already slept with the lady that you just proposed to? What would you do? Man.
I will still marry her because I love her. Not only loving her, but because I saw something good in her which my friend didn't see. Proposal ends because she will never stop her habit. If you really love her, you can still go ahead, but let her know that she's not going to go back to any of them, as the both of you moves on. Keep her as a friend, drop her as a spouse. This is a very interesting question, and I know it would definitely affect his perspective on that relationship. The fact that they chose to hide this information will raise many questions, and that wouldn't sit well with most guys. I believe the relationship wouldn't progress any further, because the idea that she has omitted this important detail will make him think she either has much more she hasn't disclosed yet, or will continue to hide things in the future. And most guys wouldn't want to be in that kind of relationship.
You are not supposed to leave your husband when he cheats on you. You are not. I don't care what anybody says. You cheat back. You cheat back with his worst enemy, not his best friend, worst enemy. Like, oh, sí, hijo de tu pinche madre. Okay, vas a ver, culero, I got something for you. With her worst enemy. Because, like, hurting his pockets doesn't hurt his heart, you know? You have to make him feel what you feel. And don't cry in front of him either, pendeja.
You can't become a cheater if it's not in your blood. My ex cheated on me, So I married and had kids with his best friend. Always support your man on everything he does. Why cheat with someone on his same level? Leave him and find someone better. I found out recently that cheating back actually makes your marriage last longer. This is where she went wrong. She truly believes that by doing that it would affect him, when in reality it barely does anything. In fact, all it does is change his perspective. Nothing more. To say it would directly affect him is simply untrue. But what about leaving? If cheating is something you'd rather not deal with, it's far better to walk away than to put yourself in a situation where even the person you're cheating with is laughing at you, knowing they're benefiting from a revenge plan.
You know what people say actually? They're like, okay, if you as a guy cheat and your girl is like, oh, you cheated, so let me cheat as well. And then she cheats.
Yep.
The question is, how come when I start a business, you don't start a business? If I buy a car, you don't buy a car. You only want to cheat
Cut
when...
the cameras, bro. You trying to go into deep.
Basically, they are saying, why is one copying a bad behavior and not a good one? That's a great perspective, and to be honest, he made a valid point. Things would be much better if they applied the same principle to all aspects of their relationship. Why imitate only the negative? This isn't all he does, so why aren't the positive things replicated as well? As he said, imagine if they used that same mindset in other areas, like starting a business. There would be far more successful families around the world, but unfortunately most don't follow this logic. Some only copy their spouse when it comes to cheating, which doesn't help anyone.
Where you coming from? What? Where you coming from? Whoa. Where you coming from? No.
What? What are you talking about?
Keep your shoes back on.
No.
Put your shoes back on.
Wow, what's the problem?
What's the problem? Where's your wedding ring at, baby? Where's your wedding ring?
It's in my bag, I think.
It's in your bag, you think? Why'd you take it off?
Because I was washing my hands, I was doing something cooking and making some hamburgers or something.
Well, you wasn't cooking or making hamburgers here, and you just now getting home, and you don't have your wedding ring on you. So where the were you? No. So this is how we gonna play it. Where's your wedding ring? Let's start there.
I told you it might be in my bag.
Do you know how much money I spent on that goddamn ring?
Can you chill out?
No, I cannot chill out.
Yes, you can.
You just now
Because
getting home.
You're not even giving me a chance to look for my ring. Like, what's wrong with you? Hey, whoa. No. You're not
Get out.
kicking me out.
Get the hell out.
Get my shoes.
You come back when your goddamn ring was on your finger.
Well done, bro. This is how you're supposed to handle this situation. A wedding ring should never be taken off under any circumstances. I get where he is coming from, but shoving her out of their house is wrong. The moment she walked in late without her wedding ring, it was a clear sign that something wasn't right, and he quickly picked up on it. A wedding ring isn't just a piece of jewelry. It symbolizes commitment, loyalty, and presence in the marriage. So, when someone comes home without it, especially without a valid reason, it speaks volumes. Let's be honest, nobody just takes off their wedding ring for no reason. Unless you work in a field where rings are prohibited for safety or hygiene, removing them is a conscious choice. It suggests emotional distance or detachment, and when a marriage reaches the point where one partner feels the need to make this move, it's often a sign that the relationship is either already over or very close to it. The ring isn't just missing, the respect and trust that come with it seem to be gone too. What made the situation even more interesting was her reaction. She laughed it off, maybe thinking it wasn't a big deal until she found herself locked out. That's when it hit. At that point, it wasn't funny anymore. He wants to stay away from all the drama this situation can provide, and that's a wise decision.
As an autistic woman, I find it really hard to tell whether my male friends are genuinely interested in being friends with me or if they feel like some sort of romantic thing. And I've gotten in trouble for this over the years because I genuinely can't tell most of the time, and I want to believe that it's a genuine friendship, but I have found out that a lot of the time it ends up that they were just sort of waiting for a chance to sort of do something further. And it's so upsetting because when you're autistic and you find someone that you have a genuine friendship with, or you think you do, it's the best feeling in the world because it's quite rare. So when you realise that these men that you thought were your friends actually just want to get in your pants, it's really upsetting. And I wish that I could tell these people's intentions from the start. Obviously, through pattern recognition, it does get a bit easier. But some people are so manipulative and so good at hiding like their true intentions.
No male friend is wanting to just be your friend. As an autistic man, this has happened quite a few times. Often I'm not able to tell if they were just friendly or actually romantically interested. Then they make a move, and I'm just confused. I can tell you right now, if you text any of them on a romantic level, I guarantee they will jump at the chance. We've seen countless videos on this topic, yet it seems that some women are still confused. But I've come to the conclusion that most of them are actually aware that those guys want more than just a simple friendship. They often go along with it because of the benefits this kind of friendship tends to provide. Why would she end it when he's another source of free attention and validation? In the video, she said she wants to believe that they are just friends, which suggests that deep down she knows what their true intentions really are.